My message to Congress would be respect us, protect us, and pay us.
If we don't get it, shut it down! Woo!
We don't have health insurance, we don't have the decent pay rate.
Caregiving for so many of us is something that we do from our hearts, but it's really, really hard to do it unsupported. And right now, our care infrastructure is broken.
We don't have caregivers who have labor protections like fair wages and freedom from abuse and sexual harassment. And let's be clear, we all need caregiving, right? There are 4 million babies born every year. There's 4 million of us that turn 65 every year. Someone in your life or you yourself are going to need caregiving at some point, and we don't have enough caregivers. That's because we've never invested in caregiving, as a profession, as jobs with dignity and fair wages, and we really need to do that right now so that there will be caregivers when you need it, right? And quality caregivers that can be accessible to it. The Biden administration has put on the table in the Build Back Better plan a comprehensive caregiving investment. Nearly $2 trillion of what they've put on the table. That will be child care and elder and disabled care and in-home services, paid leave, caregiver wages and labor support. And now we need Congress to act, right? The proposal is on the table that will transform our economy. It doesn't do us any good to just have infrastructure that's about roads and bridges. Because let's be clear, people can't leave their homes to go drive across those roads and bridges to go to a job if they don't have caregiving in the first place.
Janelle was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back in 1999. By 2005, she was using a wheelchair. We've been working through the pandemic a lot when there was no caregivers coming to work. It was us, We got through it. We did get through it.
My mother was diagnosed with dementia, and I had to leave my full-time job, drop everything, and provide care for her. While I would have done it no other way, it was incredibly difficult to make ends meet. It's also incredibly emotionally, mentally, and physically taxing to be a caregiver and then not have access to the resources that you need to fully care for yourself. So I am here to make a difference and make sure that our elected officials understand how essential caregivers are to the fabric of our nation.
It's just a lot of stuff you don't think of unless you're in it, Getting to doctor's appointments is, you need assistance, just daily life, Brushing the teeth, brushing hair, these are things that you don't think of that comes. So we take for granted a lot, until you realize you can't do it by yourself.
Hands in this pay! We want it today! Hands in this pay! We want it today!
We're anxious because we need Congress to act, right? And we are not in the bipartisan infrastructure bill right now. We need the other bills that are coming forward and being debated right now in Congress as we speak. This is the moment where we can go one way or another, right? We can really change the trajectory for our country and, create income equality and rising wages and benefits for everyone, or we can go in the other direction and leave women and people of color who are overwhelmingly both the paid and unpaid caregivers in our economy. We can leave them behind in our economy as the stock market takes off, as the economy recovers. That's not what we want. That's not what's going to build a strong America.
All the other caregivers, keep up the good work, because even though we're not getting paid for it, we're doing a good job doing it. And there's a lot of people out here fighting for the same thing, for good care. because everyone deserves to live and age with dignity.
Hey!